Well, here's a question for you. Do the people in your workplace reflect the people in your community? A new study reveals businesses can do more to promote diversity and inclusion. SBS Finance editor Ricardo Goncalves joins us now with more.
Anton, the University of Sydney Business School conducted the survey, one of the largest of its kind. 90 questions, 281 responses, mainly from companies with more than 1,000 staff. Now, diversity and inclusion encompasses things like representation of women, mothers, different cultures, sexuality, religious beliefs and age. And it found 39% of businesses had no diversity and inclusion budget. But one of the biggest concerns is around cultural diversity. Less than 1/3 say they addressed cultural needs. 6,500 people work at accounting company Deloitte, and they don't all look and think the same.
We want to value their individual differences rather than what makes them the same. And from a client perspective, we want to take them the best solutions. And how do we do that? Well, through diversity of thought.
It's been running a diversity and inclusion program since 2003, initially focusing on gender balance.
And that's really why we've put this in place, is how do we get that unfair share? And if you look now at the partnership level, 23% of our partners are women, 30% of our board are women.
Large companies do have a greater capacity to fund such initiatives, but not all are doing so.
I think the budget issue is quite a complex one. 60% of our respondents said they had a budget, but a lot of those who had a budget said that it was inadequate to push through the diversity and inclusion agenda they wanted.
Still, progress has been made.
We have a focus on a variety of different diversity and inclusion initiatives like gender, and harassment and bullying, disability access.
While many organisations are doing things right, when it comes to certain aspects of diversity and inclusion, some areas need work, like cultural diversity.
Less than 1/3 of our practitioners focus on culturally and linguistically diverse groups.
Deloitte's Margaret Dreyer says the growing importance of Asia makes cultural diversity hard to ignore.
I service a number of Japanese clients, and understanding the culture and how they communicate enables me and my team to actually effectively deliver what is required.
While cultural and linguistic diversity is represented up the talent pipeline, researchers say there is a critical drop-off when it comes to senior management.
So what we need to do is start having a discussion about why don't we have more people from non-English speaking backgrounds represented in those senior leadership positions.
The challenge is to convince senior executives that the investment in diversity and inclusion flows through to the bottom line.